Top 10 Places to Visit in Jerusalem. There are more than 100 reasons to convince you to book your next flight for Jerusalem. The city is home to the most sacred landmarks connected to the foremost religions in the world. And to date, the Old City brims with the cultural heritage of these religions. Starting from the Christian Quarter to the bustling Muslim Quarter, the Jewish Quarter, and the Armenian Quarter, you're assured to find sights, views, and activities that will take you back to the ancient times. In this video, we'll take a trip to the best 10 places you must visit while in Jerusalem. Trust me, a wholesome tour awaits after this video. And if you've not subscribed to this channel, quickly hit the subscription button and ring the notification bell to see more interesting travel videos from us. In number 10, the Old City Walls. The ideal destination to start your tour is the Old City Walls. The walls surround the Old City of Jerusalem and was built in the Ottoman period under Sultan Suleiman I. The walls have 34 watchtowers and 7 magnificent main gates, which gives you entry to the ancient city and some of its 4 notable quarters. If you're headed to the Christian Quarter, Jaffa is the main entry, while Zion Gate is the main passageway to the Jewish Quarter. A stroll around the walls and its sections is very much advised, and please do well to take lots of photos while you're at it. In number 9, Mount Zion. Mount Zion is a very sentimental hill for both Christians and Jews, hence it's a place of keen interest. According to history, the hill is home to the tomb of King David. Remember the Last Supper celebrated by Jesus Christ and his disciples in the Bible? Yes, it also happened on Mount Zion. And the room where the supper was held happens to be stairs above David's tomb. The building where these spots are located also houses the Dormition Abbey, which marks the spot where Mary, the mother of Jesus, spent her final days. In number 8, Muslim Quarter. The hottest destination in the Old City is the Muslim Quarter. Zion Gate welcomes you to this district that's lined with Mamluk architectural buildings. If you stroll the streets, you'll wind up at the market center or souk, which evidently holds the pulse of the quarter. This alleyway of shops offer you some of the best handmade jewelry, hookahs, and ceramics in the entire city. Number 7, Mount of Olives. Mount of Olives is home to some great and memorable sights. This is where Jesus ascended to heaven after his resurrection, and it's believed to be where God will begin raising the dead on Judgment Day. Interestingly, the biggest and oldest Jewish cemetery is located here. The Sacred Hill is home to many churches, including the Church of Ascension, which offers the best panoramic views of the skyline and of the whole of Jerusalem. Once you've taken in the view of the city, your next destination on the hill should be the Tomb of the Virgin Mary. Now let's take you to another quarter. This time, sitting in spot number 6 is the Christian Quarter. Christian Quarter is home to the highly revered Christian church, the Holy Sepulchre, which contains the holiest sites in Christianity, including Golgotha, the site where Jesus was crucified. Also located here is the tomb where he was buried and later resurrected. Monasteries are also scattered around the quarter. The most notable one is the Ethiopian monastery sitting on the courtyard of the Holy Sepulchre. The monastery contains interesting murals that portray the visit of Queen Sheba to Jerusalem. If you're looking to grab some souvenirs, there are a number of markets in the district that are lined with shops that display locally made items. The next destination on this countdown is reportedly built on the ruins of a tower named after a relative to the popular King Herod. Want to attempt a guess of the place? Let us know in the comments section. Back to the countdown. In number 5, the Citadel. The Citadel, which is also known as the Tower of David, is another destination close to Jaffa Gate. The Citadel was built on the foundations of the ruined Faisal Tower, which used to be one of the 3 towers built by King Herod to fortify a palace he built around 24 BC. Inside the Citadel is the Town of David Museum. Here you're taken on a journey through the history of Jerusalem. You'll particularly love the evening activities here, as there's a visual where images are projected on the city walls to tell the story of Jerusalem. It's enlightening content to catch, especially if you're visiting with kids. In number 4, Armenian Quarter. South of the Citadel is the Armenian Quarter, a great place to wander around thanks to its lanes that run through the district. Since the Armenians who settled were eventually Christians, you'll evidently find churches lying around. Two of these churches include St. Mark's Cathedral and St. James Cathedral, which are both within the narrow lanes of the Armenian Patriarchate Road. In number 3, Via Dolorosa, the Way of Sorrow, as it's also called, is a route that interests most visitors to amble through. It's the route that Jesus trailed while carrying his cross to Calvary, where he was executed. Now you get why it's called the Way of Sorrow? The route is about 600 meters long, and you can trail it on your own time or join the Friday crowd for a procession led by the Italian Franciscan monks. The interesting thing is that there are 14 stations along the Via Dolorosa, and they're well worth a short visit. In number 2, the Jewish Quarter. The last quarter you wouldn't want to miss a day's trip to is the Jewish Quarter. This quarter is a notable place of interest with highlights of ancient landmarks. The foremost landmark is the Western Wall, or as it's commonly called, the Wailing Wall. It's called the Wailing Wall because it's the only surviving wall of Jerusalem's first temple, which after its collapse, left the people embittered in AD 70. It's since become the holiest site in Judaism and a pilgrimage destination for Jewish people. Another place in the quarter that'll tingle your history senses is the Jerusalem Archaeological Park. Some unique remnants of Old Jerusalem are put on display here. To take the number 1 spot is the Haram Al-Sharif, the Temple Mount. The Temple Mount is not only a top visitation spot, but also a very sacred place for pilgrimage. It links the Jewish, Christian, and Muslim faiths. Remember the attempted sacrifice of Isaac by his father Abraham? It happened here. Also, the first temple of the Ark of Covenant was built here by King Solomon, and it's said to be the place where Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven. The Western Wall Plaza gives you entry to Temple Mount, and it's very easy for you to locate the wide plaza that lies around the Dome of the Rock, which is the foremost landmark of Jerusalem, because just under the glittering dome, you'll find sacred stone where Abraham offered his son Isaac to God, and the spot where Muhammad began his ascension to heaven. Temple Mount is as contested a place because it bears deep significance for the 3 faiths in Jerusalem. And this makes it a befitting destination to cap off your tour of the Old City. It's a wrap on this one. I hope this video's helped you make a list of the places you look forward to touring in the fascinating city of Jerusalem. If you enjoyed it, then you wouldn't mind liking this video and subscribing to our channel. We promise there are more interesting videos like this lined up for you. Until next time.